A young lady named Alexia pesters her dad during a drive. As she eliminates her safety belt, her dad pivots to admonish her, causing an auto collision. Alexia experiences a skull injury and has a titanium plate fitted into her head. Whenever she escapes the medical clinic, she disregards her folks and embraces their vehicle enthusiastically. Years after the fact, Alexia, presently a grown-up with an enormous scar in favor of her head, fills in as a showgirl at an engine show. One evening, after a show, a male fan follows Alexia in the display area's parking area, pronounces his adoration to her, and persuasively kisses her. She then, at that point, ruthlessly kills him utilizing her huge metal clip. As she gets back to shower, Alexia hears a banging coming from the display area. She observes the vehicle she displayed with before has turned on without help from anyone else and enters it exposed, engages in sexual relations with the vehicle, and ultimately peaks. It is uncovered that Alexia is a chronic executioner who has killed a few people in the beyond couple of months. She actually lives with her folks, who appear to know nothing about her association with the wrongdoings and with whom she has a far-off relationship. In the end, Alexia acknowledges she has become pregnant after engine oil starts emitting from her vagina. She attempts to play out an early termination with her fastener yet falls flat. Alexia goes to a local party, where she engages in sexual relations with her colleague Justine. Alexia out of nowhere kills Justine and continues to kill different visitors, aside from a lady who figures out how to get away. Alexia gets back and sets her own home ablaze prior to securing her folks their room. Presently needed for homicide, Alexia modifies her appearance to claim to be Adrian Legrand, a young man who had vanished a decade before at age 7, by trimming her hair, taping down her bosoms and progressively pregnant stomach, and breaking her own nose. She then, at that point, goes to the police professing to be Adrian, where his dad, Vincent, acknowledges Alexia as his missing child and will not do a DNA test. Vincent, a fire commander, takes Alexia to the station where he resides and works and acquaints her with his men. The firemen are baffled by the quiet, hermaphroditic, and obviously damaged Adrian, yet they avoid scrutinizing the skipper's conduct. Alexia turns into a student at the station, under Vincent's watch. As Vincent gives greater obligation to his child over the other experienced firemen, one fireman stands up to Vincent about Adrian's character. Nonetheless, Vincent promptly closes him down and advises him to never discuss his child. Vincent attempts to save his solidarity by infusing steroids into his maturing body, yet he views that he appears as building an invulnerability to them. Alexia is progressively upset by his possessiveness and considers getting away from the fire station. Notwithstanding, after Vincent encounters a heart arrhythmia from infusing a huge portion of steroid, Alexia chooses to remain with him. Vincent's for some time alienated ex arrives at see her child, and winds up finding a now vigorously pregnant Alexia without her body taped down. She by the by maintains the mystery for herself, not wishing to impede her ex's fancy, and asks Alexia to deal with him. Vincent at one point recognizes his hallucination, let Alexia know that whoever you will be, you are my child. When he incidentally reveals her bosoms, he is obviously stunned yet keeps really focusing on her. At a party at the fire station, the firemen encourage Adrian to move to the music. Alexia breaks out her showgirl movement, leaving everybody befuddled. Vincent, frustrated, leaves the group. After the party, Alexia engages in sexual relations with the fire engine. Alexia's body progressively separates, as the skin of her stomach tears to uncover new metal plates. As her pregnancy at long last comes to term, Alexia uncovers her genuine name to Vincent, momentarily endeavoring to allure him and afterward asking for his assistance. Vincent assists Alexia with conceiving an offspring, the titanium side of her skull parting open on her last push, killing her. Vincent, in tears, holds the child, whose body shows up with patches of titanium, and tells it over and again, "Have arrived.